to all slaves.
You are about to be entertained by the ape, the young man who has become a legend of his own time. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Oh, on a 90-degree day. Another 90-degree day. What's up, everybody? Welcome. It's the Ron Kelly Show. And it's on it's not on blogtalkradio.com today, but it's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. It's on YouTube. And it's on LinkedIn as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Appreciate you. Just enjoying my vacation. I wasn't sure if I was going to do the show today. I'm like, you know what? Go ahead and do the show. It's only an hour. And I just wanted to get rest. You know how you just want to get some rest? Just want to rest. And so that's what I've been doing the whole week, resting, running errands, catching up on things, doctor's appointments, blah, 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 blah. And I'm feeling good. So it's good to have you guys in. I appreciate your indulgence. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. And welcome to the LinkedIn viewers. Welcome. Good to have you here. Let me see how I'm looking on LinkedIn. Okay, let me see how I'm looking on LinkedIn. Okay, let's see. The Ron Kelly Show is on indulgence. Oh, wow. It's so doing everybody for joining me. And welcome to the LinkedIn viewers. Welcome. Good to have you here. Let me see how I'm looking on LinkedIn. Okay, let me see how I'm looking on LinkedIn. Okay, let's see. Okay, Ron Kelly Show is on indulgence. Oh, wow. It's so much, everybody, for joining me. And welcome to the LinkedIn viewers. Welcome. Good to have you here. Okay, we are back. Okay. Let me see how I'm looking on LinkedIn. Let me see how I'm looking on LinkedIn. Okay, let's see. Okay, Ron Kelly Show is on indulgence. Oh, wow. It's so much, everybody, for joining me. And welcome to the LinkedIn viewers. Welcome. Good to have you here. All right, what did I do? Okay, we are back. Okay. Let me see how I'm looking on LinkedIn. Let me see how I'm looking on LinkedIn. Okay, let's see. Okay, Ron Kelly Show is on indulgence. Oh, wow. It's so much, everybody, for joining me. And welcome to the LinkedIn viewers. Welcome. All right, what did I do? All right. All right, what did I do? All right. Guys, I appreciate your indulgence. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. And welcome to the LinkedIn viewers. Welcome. Good to have you here. Now I got to figure out how I'm looking on LinkedIn. Let me see how I'm looking on LinkedIn. Now I got to figure out how to put the people back. Okay, let's see. Ron Kelly Show. All right, so welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Boy, I blew that up. Oh my goodness. It's the Ron Kelly Show, and it's on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and on Facebook. So yes. Okay, so good. We're back on LinkedIn. All right, welcome back everybody from LinkedIn. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm not the most proficient techno person. And you think I would be after being on the radio all these years, but definitely I'm not. So it's the Ron Kelly Show, and it's on Facebook, in LinkedIn. It's on YouTube and Twitter as well. So we are all across the social media spectrum. At least the most important radio, the most important social media platforms. Yes, we are on. So welcome everybody, and thank you for joining me. You know, there used to be a time when only the kook fringe psychopaths would be out in the woods in some, I don't want to name a certain state, but only the kook fringe psychopaths would be out in the Midwest, and they'd be practicing and they're shooting their guns and they're, doing their drills, and they're talking the psychopathic nonsense about taking over, overthrowing the country. And you see, and nobody cared because, nobody cared because they were out in the woods somewhere. Most people felt like they would never come to Washington to try to kick over the United States government. And people just, and they didn't have any power, so nobody cared. It was like the old man holding the sign, the handmade sign that says John 3:16, the person you see on the corner. And you never would think that they were right. They always got ignored. And so nobody cared about those folks. Nobody cared. But now we have senators and congressmen, and we even had a United States president for 4 years. And we had Donald Trump as our president. And when he glided or glide or whatever down that golden staircase or the golden escalator at Trump Tower, when he got to the bottom, he went in, started going in right away on the Mexicans. His first statement, the first paragraph of his statement was about the Mexicans. They're dirty, they're diseased, they're criminals, they're child molesters. And so you knew right then and there what the deal was going to be when Trump floated down the golden, when Trump floated down the golden escalator at Trump Tower, and he started out being a racist. So you knew, and we already knew, Fred Trump, the father who got nabbed for discrimination in his buildings. So you already knew, basically. But now the difference between the people in the woods crawling around, shooting at targets and stuff, the difference between them and now, because the difference between them and him was because this was the president of the United States of America. This was the president who cozied up to Vladimir Putin, who's a killer and a mass murderer and just the filthiest human being that you ever want to know. And we had a president that cozied up to Putin. We had a president who cozied up to Kim Jong-il. Really. And we had a president who kicked the backs in of his own law enforcement apparatus, FBI, CIA, NSA, and took information from Putin instead of, just unbelievable. what Trump was doing. Unbelievable. He's taking information from other countries. He's getting, and he said right there, you know, and he denied the United States of America's intelligence community. And he took on Putin of all people, the killer of old ladies and babies and mothers. I mean, look what's going on in Ukraine. Just incessantly killing people. See the picture of the baby laying in the street, dead. A little toddler, maybe 3 or 4 years old. So this is the kind of people you want to associate with. So this is what happened. And all those people, the people who were on the Capitol or who ran in the Capitol, the people who did that on January 6th, those people have been around for a long time. And I hear people say, well, this is Trump's. No, it's not. Trump didn't create these people, but he empowered them. He didn't create them. He empowered them. You know, so now you have senators and Congress people who are signing up with the big lie. And they're only signing up because they're afraid that if Trump doesn't support them, they won't win their seats. So that seat is so important. That seat is so important. That congressional seat, that senatorial seat, they're so important that the senators and the congressmen, will sign up to the big lie. Sign up to the big lie. Now, everybody knows that Biden won. There was no behind-the-scenes shenanigans going on. Biden won. So we had all this stupidity, Pennsylvania, Arizona. We had all this stupidity that was going on, and people were these fake electors, people showing up at the state capitals of the swing states. And they're showing up with fake paperwork, and then to top it all off, Trump on the phone with Brad Raffensperger, who was the Secretary of State of Georgia at the time, I think he still is, saying, hey, I need 11,000 votes. I mean, this is an urgent emergency right now. The red lights should be flashing. And I mean, this is an emergency. What's going on in the United States of America right now is an emergency. It's an emergency situation. So now you got Ted Cruz and you have the minority leader, the congressional minority leader. Now, there are some people who have been able to stay. Mitch McConnell has been able to stay out of the fray. And then you have a Supreme Court. You have a Supreme Court that is 70%. You have a Supreme Court that's 70% who don't subscribe to democracy. Because you see what they're doing. They're picking apart everything that's been, all the amendments that have been won, hard-fought amendments won by people with their blood, sweat, and tears, is being removed. Roe v. Wade, 50 years, Roe v. Wade was a law of the land. Boom, not anymore. And you think the Supreme Court is finished? No, they're not, because marriage equality is up next. So all the folks that, the LGBTQ community that think they're LGBT plus or whatever, and I don't mean to say whatever, but these people, when the Supreme Court, when that comes up before the Supreme Court, and it will come up, and it's going to get kicked back. So, so gay marriage being legal, at some point it's not going to be legal anymore. Just like nobody ever thought that Roe v. Wade would be reversed. I mean, because it's been the law for 50 years. Nobody ever thought it would be reversed. But look what happened. Boom, it got reversed. All right, it's 16 minutes past the hour. I got a lot to talk about. Lots and lots to talk about tonight, everybody. It's the Ron Kelly Show, and it's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. I'm sorry. It's on Facebook. It's on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. So we are like all across the social media spectrum. We are here, we there, we are everywhere. So yeah, so we're in trouble, you know, and a lot of us are just not paying attention, you know. And I'd say that, and I say that with all due respect, that a lot of us are just not paying attention, because you know we're in trouble. We are in trouble, and these folks don't believe in democracy. The kook fringe, ultra right wing psychos, they don't believe in democracy. And see, and if something isn't done about this, it's going to be sick. Shout out to Ronald McCready, my brother. Ronald McCready says, yes, we are in a deadly game of politics. Yes, we are. Because these people, these people are sacrificing themselves and signing up with the big lie. And they probably don't even really believe that what Trump is, this nonsense that Trump is spouting. They probably don't even believe it. You know what I'm saying? They probably don't even believe it. So, but they're sacrificing themselves. So you gotta give, what was that? Yeah, so you gotta give old girl Liz Cheney some credit here. You got to give her some credit, because she knew that her career was over. She knew, but she went up. Biden don't give her a job. She'll be a White House advisor or something. You know, it's not like she's not going to have a job. Somebody's going to hook her up, because that's what they do in politics. But now, thank you, brother. Thank you, Ronald McCready, for your comment. Yeah, so she'll get a job, but she did, and Adam Kinzinger, both sacrificed their careers, and because you see what happened with the 10 people who voted to impeach Trump, I think only 2 of them still have jobs, you know. And so you got to give her, you got to give Liz Cheney credit. Liz Cheney will go down in history as a hero. You know what I'm saying? She's going to go down as a hero, Liz Cheney. And she is a hero because she knew that her career was over. Because look, she got destroyed by this lady, Trump supporter, Trump carrying the big lie nonsense, and she got destroyed. Water tastes so good. Only God could have made water. All right, we'll take a quick break and we'll come right back. It's 20 minutes past the hour. We'll take a quick break and we'll come right back with more of this program. You're listening to The Ron Kelly Show. And it's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn, it's on YouTube, and it's on Twitter. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go.
George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
everybody. We're back. It's the Ron Kelly Show, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, theronkellyshow.com. Broadcasting live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Ronald McCready says she put country first, and that's rare right now. That's rare because people are getting down on their knees. People are getting down on their knees and servicing the master, Trump. And it's just sad. It's sad that people win my seat. I don't give a damn. Just let me win my seat. And that's what's going on. People just want to win seats any way they can. They want to win seats any way they can. So if it means slobbing on Trump, then they'll be more than happy to do it. You know, the views and opinions expressed here are exclusively those of myself and R. Kelly Media Enterprises, LLC, and are not those of my advertisers or my support team when I have one. All right. American Porterfield, since 1980, American Porterfield Transportation has been servicing the New York metropolitan area. 42 years. Wow, 42 years. American Porterfield employs well-kept, in some cases, new equipment with courteous, conscientious drivers who make sure you won't be sitting on the side of the road with American Porterfield. American Porterfield keeps their equipment in very good shape, and the drivers are professional, and you will love them. The phone number for American Porterfield is 908-753-6423. That's 908-753-6423 for Amica and Porterfield. Or if you want to email them, you can email us amica.porterfield@verizon.net. That's amica.porterfield@verizon.net. It's 24 minutes past the hour. I've ran a little late with it. Just a little late. But yeah, Ronald McCready says she put. You see, we're in trouble. You see, there's a danger out here, and unfortunately, a lot of us don't understand that. A lot of us don't understand that. So, a lot of us don't understand what danger we are in right now. You see, because it used to be the kook fringe psychopaths who were out in the bushes in, some Midwestern states. And they had no power. They had no organizations. There was only a handful of them. They had no power. So we never worried about that because people have been talking about overthrowing the United States of America for years. This isn't something new. People have been talking about overthrowing the United States government for years. I mean, going way back. George Washington days, Lincoln. Way back then, people have been talking about overthrowing the United States government because they didn't like the Constitution. They didn't like it. Especially the part about when they had the emancipation, they went to war to keep black folks in slavery. They went to war. They went to war to keep black folks in slavery. But on the other hand, there's white folks who went to war to stop the abolitionists. They went to war to stop slavery. So don't look at it one-sided. Ronald McCready says Trump will continue to do wrong until someone finally says enough isn't. Well, you know what? In we're gonna need a whole lot of people to say enough is enough. It's gonna take more than somebody. We're gonna need a whole bunch of somebodies because there was a lot of people at that Capitol building on the 6th of January of this year. There was a lot of people, or was it last year? there was a lot of people there. And those people, and see, and it turned out they were police officers, they were teachers, they were firefighters, there were people that you probably, I mean, that are in your community, because a lot of them, you know, a fair amount of people got caught, but a lot of them got away. A lot of people got away. There were people who were there who didn't go inside the building, who thought better of it and stayed outside. So only the psychos were the ones who went into the building. Ronald McCready says Trump will continue to do wrong until someone finally said, well, you know what? But see, Trump has power. He hasn't been the president in 2 years, and he's still crowning people. And the people that he's, you know, not all of them, but most of the people that Trump endorsed have won. Most of them. Most of them have won. You see, and if Trump comes back, if Trump gets back into office, there's going to be major problems, especially for people of color. There's going to be major problems. If Trump comes back. So mark my words, if I'm going to keep doing the show, hopefully Trump's people won't kick my door down and try to shut me up. But, you know, this thing is crazy. And these people are signing on to the big lie. You see, and Trump's not out of it. Trump can still become president. Trump can still become president. Don't get it twisted. You know, people think, he'll never win. No, I don't know. You see, because a lot of people don't even want Biden to run again. They don't want Biden to run again. Biden is going to be 82 years old. I mean, he looks good and all that, but that's old. And not to, because I know I have a certain amount of audience who are older people, but I may not want Biden. I'm not going to tell you right now, but I may not want Biden to run again. You know, because you figure if he runs again and he wins, he'll be 88 years, and he'll be 86 years old. But he can only run twice. So if he runs again, that's going to be it. And if he runs again, when he leaves office, he'll be 86 years old. You know. And you listen to what Gerald Ford said when he was asked about, oh God, I should have pulled that up. Gerald Ford was asked, let me see if I can look this up right quick, everybody. Gerald Ford was asked whether there would be Gerald Ford was asked whether there would be a female president, ever be a female president. And I should have, I just thought about it. I just thought about it. Yeah, I think I have it. I don't know if you can hear this, but here's what Gerald Ford said. Oh, you know what's going to happen? It's going to, let me see.
On October 18, 1989, in West Branch, Iowa, Gerald Ford, the 38th President of the United States, shared history with students from across Iowa. The visit was part of a conference on the role of former presidents in American society, sponsored by the Herbert Hoover Library and Museum in the Gerald Ford Library and Museum. Here's how these students took advantage of a rare learning opportunity.
Thank you very, very much. It's a very high honor and a very great privilege for me to come to West Branch and to participate in this conference, which is being held here at the Hoover facilities.
Mr. Ford, what advice would you give a young lady wanting to become President of the United States?
Well, I hope we do have a young lady at some point become President of the United States.
See, because what happened?
I can tell you how I think it will happen, because it won't happen in the normal course of events. Either the Republican or Democrat political party will nominate a man for president and a woman for vice president. And the woman and man will win. So you'll end up with a president, a male, and a vice president, a female. And in that term of office of the president will die. And the woman will become president under the law or constitution.
Wow. Did you hear that? I mean, I don't know if y'all actually heard that, but that was Gerald Ford. Gerald Ford in 1989 predicting that when he was asked by a little girl about a female president, and he said a female president won't be elected, but she'll be the running mate of a man, which is exactly what happened. Biden was the top of the ticket, and Kamala Harris was the I don't want to say sidekick, but she was the vice presidential nominee. So, and you see, and this is the situation, because if Biden dies, and it's a real strong possibility, I don't want Biden to die, but if Biden dies, Kamala Harris will be president of the United States. And you better believe that they're going to test her. If Biden dies and she is in the Oval Office, they're going to test her. Kim Jong-il, Vladimir Putin, all the people who don't like us, they're going to test us. China, they all are going to test us. Ronald McCready says, if Trump gets back in office, revenge will be coming. Well, that and Ronald McCready, to my comment about Gerald Ford predicting that a female president, that the United States of America will have a female president, but it'll be somebody who, it'll be a woman who elevates to the presidency because the president died. And like I said, there's a very strong possibility. I mean, Biden is 78 years old, and we don't really know what his physical condition is. But you got to figure somebody that's cruising up on 80 may have some, they got to keep an eye on him. But if the president does die, and I'm not hoping that the president dies, I'll be getting all these angry emails. I'm not hoping that the president will die, but if the president dies, Kamala Harris will be the president of the United States. And you better believe that they're going to test her. Putin especially. They're going to test her. They're going to see what she's made of. And hopefully, hopefully she handles her business. Lamont Gates says that prediction was also based on American patriarchy. Ford never believed a woman could actually get elected. And, he may be right, Lamont Gates. He may be right. Because I didn't really think that a woman can be elected either. Look what happened with Hillary Clinton, Hillary Rodham Clinton. Now, shout out to my brother, Bunny McKnight, who's listening to the Ron Kelly Show. And tonight and going forward, we'll be on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter, all the Ron Kelly Show. So on Facebook, it's the Ron Kelly Show. On LinkedIn, it's the Ron Kelly Show. On YouTube, it's the Ron Kelly Show YouTube channel. And on Twitter, it's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio Show. So so we're all across the social media spectrum, ladies and gentlemen. It's 23 minutes before the hour. Oh, boy. Yeah, so I mean, I can kind of, but whatever it was, he was right. I don't think that, because look what happened with Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton should have became president. I mean, Trump, of all people, beat her. I can see if it was a well-known, well-respected Republican, but Trump, I mean, give me a break. And Trump beat her. And again, I don't believe that people blame the FBI for putting out that report. Hillary Clinton was cruising. I don't see how she lost, but I don't believe that it was the FBI. I don't believe that for a second, because Hillary should have won, and she didn't, but she should have won. All right, everybody, it's 38 minutes. I mean, it's 22 minutes before the hour. Ronald McCready says, first we need to fight for Congress. The midterms are most important at this moment. And it looks like from all, and I'm a political analyst, and it looks to me, it's just my little opinion, that the Democrats are going to lose control of both houses. They're going to lose control of the Senate, and they're going to lose control of Congress. That's what I believe. And then Joe Biden is going to be frozen in time for 2 years. Unless something shocking happens, Ronald McCready, unless something shocking happens, I don't believe that the Democrats will be able to hold on to Congress. Ronald McCready also said she got beat because she was lazy. Well, yeah, maybe she did assume. Maybe she did, kind of, took her foot off the gas. Maybe she did. Yeah, it's a possibility. Maybe she did kind of assume that she would win, because her and a lot of other people were thinking, like, there's no way that Dumbo Trump there's no way that Dumbo Trump, I mean, the Hillary Clinton brand, I mean, she's been in politics forever. She's been Hillary Clinton. She's been a, what is this? She's been a senator. She was a first lady for 8 years. Nobody had a better pedigree. No female had a better pedigree than her. Nobody. Lamont Gates says she won the popular vote, but don't forget, women couldn't vote in this country until the 1920s. Now, that's true, but this was 2016, almost 100 years later. And she should have been able to yeah. And I wrote back, because I do write back to whoever, whomever messages me during the program, mostly Facebook. All right, you know what? It's 19 minutes before the hour. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back with more. This is the Ron Kelly Show, everybody, and it's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn, it's on YouTube, and it's on Twitter. And when we're on the radio, it's the RonKellyShow.com. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go.
George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
Alrighty then, and we are back. And listen, I know that summer is winding down, and people don't need, there's not going to be as many bus rides and whatnot that's going on. But if you have something and you need a bus, holler at us. 908-753-6423. That's 908-753-6423. It's Amaker in Porterfield. And it's amaker.porterfield@verizon.net. Now, if you need transportation, they got you covered. School districts, you name it, they can handle it. Just give them a call. 908-753-6423, 908-753-6423. You're not going to find anybody more reliable or more dependable. After 42 years, they have a great record and they transport children. So the equipment is well kept. The drivers are conscientious and credentialed. And the price they say is the price you pay. So give them a call, 908-753-6423. That's 908-753-6423. It's Amaker and Porterfield Transportation. Y'all notice I be freezing up sometime, right? Shout out to Lamont Gates. Lamont Gates, NDE. Lamont Gates has a show. It's called Near-Death Experience. Now, don't listen to Lamont Gates' show more than you listen to mine. But I just want to give him a shout out. NDE, Near-Death Experiences. And people come on Lamont Gates' show and they talk about almost dying. So I wonder what that's like, near death. Interesting. Here's a check. I'm not sure what day it's on. Just go to his page, Lamont Gates, Gates, and check him out. And so you can learn if you're, near death. Wow. Interesting. Okay. 16 minutes before the hour. So, so we got problems. We got problems, America. Because like I said, we used to have the people with no power. You ever see the homeless man on the corner with the sign that says John 3:16? You kind of just walk past and not pay him any attention. That's what's going on right now with the Democrats and the Republicans. People are just walking past, and people need to get involved. We need to get involved. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a problem. If Trump gets back into office, it's going to be a problem. Because he'll have Congress, he'll have the Senate, and he'll have the Supreme Court. I mean, that's the trifecta right there. So there won't be nothing that he can't get done. Whatever he proposes, they're going to rubber stamp it. So here's what they're going to do. First of all, they're going to close the borders. That's the first thing. They're going to close the borders, which I really don't have that much of a problem with that. They close the borders. And Ronald McCready says, and revenge is coming. That's because he is vindictive, and he's like a ex-wife who still doesn't believe he's like an ex-wife who didn't think she got enough in the divorce, and she still talked to her friends about it at the beauty parlor. So you're probably right. Now, he's gonna take revenge on is another story. I mean, you can't take revenge on all the people who voted for Biden. They voted for Biden, that's it. So you're gonna take 80, 90 million people you're going to take it out on? It's not impossible. But yeah, it's going to be a problem, people. So we better get yourself together. Get yourselves together. Shout out to Bunny McKnight. Thank you for the thumbs up, my brother. And the folks who are listening on, shout out to the people who are listening on YouTube and the folks who are on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's about 13 minutes before the hour. So Breonna Taylor, let me move on here. So Breonna Taylor, one of the police officers, admitted to one of the police officers admitted that they falsified information. They falsified information. Yeah. They falsified information. 2 years after the police barged into her place in the middle of the night, a former cop involved with the case has finally been convicted. Now, Kelly Goodlett, an ex-detective for the Louisville Metro Police Department, was not present during the raid. But she admitted on Tuesday in federal court that she helped a colleague lie. So they lied to the judge, basically. They lied to the judge. She admitted on Tuesday, this cop, ex-cop Kelly Goodlett, and she'll get a job somewhere else. But she admitted on Tuesday in federal court that she helped a colleague lie to convince a judge to sign off on the no-knock warrant. So she lied. So this woman's lie led to, whether she meant it or not, the lie led to Breonna Taylor's death. So she admitted that she helped a colleague lie to convince a judge to sign off on the no-knock warrant. To get the warrant, detectives allegedly claimed to have evidence that they did not have. Taylor, who had been in bed when officers entered, was a 26-year-old EMT. No drugs were found on the premises. But on the same token now, the good news is that cop admitted, but the bad news is that the police officers the Rochester police were cleared in the fatal shooting of Timothy Flowers. Cleared. Lakewood police officers cleared in shooting that left the gunman dead. Okay. Rochester police cleared in the fatal shooting of Timothy Flowers. DA clears fatal January police shooting, San Jose. East Lansing police cleared. Lakewood police cleared. I mean, so for every cop that gets caught out there, a whole bunch of them get cleared. A whole bunch of them get cleared. So we'll see. But you see, but you know, in I don't know if she's going to get. She admitted to lying, so it's like it's. I don't know if it's you can call it obstruction of justice, but it's definitely, it'll have something to do with corruption under the color of being a police officer. You see, but everyone that gets caught, a whole bunch of them gets cleared. So don't even forget about that. At 9 minutes before the hour, 8.5 minutes before the hour, I should say. So yeah. So and again, our people are like they throw us a bone, we'll take it. Biden threw us a bone when he said he would nominate a black woman to be the Supreme Court justice. And we've been taking those bones for a long time. Throw us a bone. Throw him a bone. If I get elected, I'll nominate a black woman to be Supreme Court justice. I mean, did she deserve it? Sure. Is she competent and all? Does she have the goods? Of course. She has more time in the courtroom than any of the other 8 justices, and especially more than the 6 justices that are conservative. She definitely got them all beat. But what does it prove? It's 8 minutes over the hour, 7 minutes. What does it prove? We had Obama 8 years. We have old girl. Well, I don't want to say old girl, but we have Kamala Harris now. Black woman. Well, black and see, we gotta have a pure black. Well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Let me shut up before I get myself jammed up here. 6.5 minutes before the hour. But yeah. But we've been getting thrown the bones for years. You have to stop. You got to throw that bone back. Leave a little meat on that bone. But anyway, yeah, so it's the Ron Kelly Show, and it's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn, it's on YouTube, and it's on Twitter. So we are all across the social media spectrum because we want to make sure you don't have no excuse not to listen or watch the Ron Kelly Show, because it's video on all of those social media platforms. It's video. So nice to be of service tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday. It's my last. I got one more day off left. I was on vacation all this week, and I've had a whale of a time. And it's not always about going and running around and doing a bunch of stuff, because I did that the first week I was on vacation. I went to Florida. I'm running around South Beach, going here, going there, and I was tired when I came back. After that, sitting in the airport for 4 hours, I'm like, I'm not going to do that again. So, all right, I'm going to break out of here in a couple minutes. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Thank you to Ronald McCready, Lamont Gates, Bunny McKnight. I think that Suzanne Newman is out there somewhere. I think she's probably out there somewhere listening, or maybe she's just tuned in. But yeah. So the vacation is just about over. So I'm a little melancholy right now. The vacation is just about over, and until next time. Oh, my Albert Vega, DJ Tiny, y'all, DJ Tiny, Albert Vega. Go to his page and see what's up with him. Yeah, because I know a lot of y'all don't say nothing. Albert Vegas, doesn't, he of course he talks, but yeah, I know some of y'all be listening. You just don't really want to comment, which is fine. Which is just fine. Yeah. So yes. All right, everybody. It's about 3 minutes before the hour, so I'm going to cut out. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Thank the people who have stood with the Ron Kelly Show over the years. I'm going to have a big, huge announcement coming up. Shout out to Albert Vegas, has been here in the cut. Love you, my brother. Absolutely. And love you too, my brother. Love you too. I know I don't see you on Facebook doing with the Wheels of Steel anymore. I don't know what happened with that, but next time I see you, we'll talk about it. But thank you, brother. Yeah, I may have a huge announcement coming up within the next couple of weeks. Huge announcement coming up in the next couple of weeks. So y'all stay tuned to the Ron Kelly Talk Radio Show. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Remember that it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And that we may not have it all together, but together we can certainly have it all. Thank you so much. I think I'm out of here.